You have to know your audience, I suppose, don't you? There comes Bob.
We just about wasn't gonna start the meeting, but you weren't here. Huh?
All right. Let's go ahead and call the October 20th, 2025 Tipton Utility Service Board meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the minutes from the last meeting.
Move that we approve this submitted.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes as submitted. Any comments, concerns? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next, we'll move on to claims.
Claims 27,064 through 27,133 for $1,192,670.79.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve claims as submitted. Any comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We're down to the charge-off report. Any comments before we?
Two housekeeping items before we jump into my stuff. One, the city RDC is meeting here at 5:15, so we need to accomplish our business, which is normally done by then. And number two, we have a special birthday here. Mr. Dick Klein is 90 years young today. He's already been, happy birthday's been sang, but Parker and Lori, we have cookies and bananas on his behalf here.
Happy birthday, Dick.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
That's the best.
Yep. I went to the internet, and everything's true on the internet, but 16% of men live to be 90. So
Only
you're in a
16%.
pretty exclusive club there,
Yep.
Mr. Klein.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Thank you.
Many more years to come.
Happy birthday.
And I plan to be in this chair as long as I can
There
breathe.
you
Yes,
go.
sir. We're glad to have you. Thank you.
And more years of good health.
You bet.
Thank you. Thank you.
Charge-offs, 1,197. I explained in my email, just normal and customary people leaving town without making their last payment. I also pointed out, if you look at the delinquent list, out of the $60,000 on the delinquent, there's probably 10 on there that we're fairly confident is going to be non-recoverable. And it would be my recommendation that we take care of those. There's 2 or 3 pretty large accounts and a smattering of small ones. Get those done at the next November and December meetings and continue the kind of the cleanup mode we've been in. So
If they won't or can't pay, what, shut them all?
they've been shut off already.
Oh, they already,
They still owe us,
yeah.
and we try to contact them. And another thing that happens is some of these people come back to us a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, say, I need to set up utilities. And we have a list of people that we know still owe us, and they do not get us set up. So
Yeah, till they
we
pay.
occasionally recover because things change in life for people, and their ability to pay has changed. And we don't just stop there. So
I would tend to agree. If they're deemed as dead accounts, we might as well get rid of them.
Yep.
So, yeah, I agree with that.
Very good. And then I think I need a vote on the current charge off. Is there any, Pete, you have any questions?
I just wanted to point out, I really appreciate you putting kind of a list on aged accounts.
Yeah.
And the higher
Yep.
amounts that are owed and the efforts that are made to
Yep.
get people that are still wanting service.
Yep. I think it's just one more point showing that we're trending in the right direction. Still got some work to go. And I mean, there will always be this challenge out there, but we can mitigate it and reduce it to more manageable levels like we have. It's been a home run thanks to all your input, everybody on the board.
I think it's considerably better
Yep.
tracking process than we ever had before, and we're moving in the right direction with that. So
I make a motion that we approve charge-offs in the amount of $1,197.20.
And I'll second it.
okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the charge-offs as submitted. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right.
All right. It's that time of year for a couple resolutions regarding TMU wages and elected and appointed official wages. And I believe we can carry that in one motion. But the Common Council voted last week to increase wages by 2.5%. We typically follow the city lead on that. I also checked with my neighbors over in Frankfurt. They're not quite to the point where they're making official recommendations and approvals, but he said that's in the ballpark that he's been hearing over there. So resolution 2025-06 is for the TMU employees, and then 2025-07 is for the elected and appointed officials at 2.5% each.
I'll make a motion, we approve resolutions 2025-06 and 2025-07 as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve these resolutions as submitted, 2025-06 and 2025-07. Any further discussion, questions?
Those don't have to go before the council, do they?
Nope.
The city can. Okay, that's what I thought.
Any further discussion? Questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you. Next resolution, 2025-08, is a resolution to bump the employer 457 plan match. Currently, TMU matches up to 4%. So if an employee puts in 2%, we match 2%. If an employee puts in 4%, we match 4%. If an employee puts in 6%, we match 4%. We've got, I think, only 3 or 4 employees that are less than the 4%. So we have really good participation and really good people wanting to maximize the match. And this resolution would bump our match up from 4% to 5%. And it goes in conjunction with reviews we talked about back in the spring about perf or not perf, and let's wait till health insurance costs come in, which they did in September. And there was a slight decrease actually in our health insurance. So we're happy to report that. And then it's my recommendation through this resolution that we would bump the employer match up, maximum up from 4% to 5%.
Any comments about that? Questions? This is an arbitrary percentage that we vote on every year for the following
we
year.
could, but it's
Or
been
do
a
we?
couple years. When
Okay.
I started here in 21, it was 3%, and we went to 4%, and it's been a couple years. So
Couldn't remember whether
Yep.
it was a reviewable. It was reviewable
It's
every
reviewable
year-
anytime.
every year,
As
so.
far as I know, we can change it every meeting if we wanted to, but typically we've hung in there at a set percentage, at least for a year.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this. Parker and Lori, you have any questions or?
Parker and
Parker,
Lori,
Lori.
does that make sense
Yeah,
to
is
you?
that-
No, that makes sense to me. I don't have any questions.
I don't either.
I think we're looking for,
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution 2025-08.
I'll second that motion.
okay. Have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2025-08. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Very good. Thank you. And I will be sure to point out to the employees what.
Encourage the-
And what we've done for them.
Encourage their increases as well and
Yep.
in
Absolutely.
an effort to educate.
And it's been really nice to work next door with Kurt Hare. It was a great move we made a couple years ago. And he's always accessible. Probably once a month, he's coming over. I'm going over to his office to go over something and it gets taken care of.
Good to hear.
Do we need to have him as a board come and make any recommendations,
Uh,
recommended changes or?
You know, it wouldn't be a bad
I
idea.
don't know
Just,
when the last time was, but
Oh, boy. It's been years since an investment person has been here and
let me get
Yeah.
with Kurt. I'm sure he'd be happy to come and present to the board, hey, the state of the financial industry and here's what your plan looks like. And yeah,
is there something that we should do that the industry's doing
yeah.
that we're not?
Okay. Let me get him on the agenda here in the next few meetings.
it's a good idea. I'm certain he's constantly monitoring those funds and getting us in and out, but it'd be good to review that with him.
We can hit him up on an open house. He's moving into a new office
That's
here pretty soon.
That's true.
Just a few other things. I'll be brief. We got safety training coming up here on Wednesday, electric meter safety. We swapped out 4,300 meters a few years ago without any incident, but there is electricity, even though it might be low voltage. You always want to be aware and be a good refresher course. Also point out that we mentioned last board meeting that Cronin Associates is completing a cost of service study on city water and sewer rates here in the city only, not out west. And we're targeting the November 17th utility board to get a presentation from Cronin and give us a lay of the land on where we're at, what we ought to be thinking about, and then it'll be up to us to take that information, act on it or not act on it, but stay tuned there. Few things going on in the water system. Still looking out west on the filter bottom repairs as well as the backwash pump. We'll wrap that up here in the next few weeks. A little bit of a surprise happening, Parker. You'll understand this, but our current meter reading equipment is Windows 10 based. And everything's going to Windows 11, right? So all of our current computers, we actually have had to replace some computers recently to get to compatibility with Windows 11. So all the computers that we have, a dozen or so desktops, are now new enough models where it's Windows 11 compatible. Unfortunately, our meter reading system is not. So to upgrade with new technology, new software, new, we're going to have to spend about $18,000 here in the next few months. But the stuff is 10 years old. We've gotten 10 years use out of the current equipment. It's probably overdue anyway from a reliability standpoint. So
And you're not paying your meter reader, huh?
we read all 2,300 meters in about 2 hours
There you go.
with the technology.
Compare that with how long it took before.
Yeah. Oh boy.
18,000 to drop in the bucket.
Had to read them individually. Yeah. So you'll see an invoice for that here in the next few meetings, and that's what that's for. No new news on the IMPA front. There is a board meeting on Halloween Day, October 31st, that I will attend. I went to the county commissioners meeting this morning. They're working through the customary issues at Doctors Park with IDEM, and they have hired Matt Smith with Strand to help engineer a small lift station and take the flows at least off of the daycare facility and then send it over to TMU. So we're prepared to accept the flows, and we're just kind of an innocent bystander at this point. Really new news from out west, and the mayor's here. The interlocal draft response will soon be sent out to the county, and who knows what they'll do with it, but stay tuned for that. And then our next utility board meeting is Monday, November 3rd. November 3rd.
The East Street project, is it about wrapped up?
So all the utility work is pretty much wrapped up. The contractor pulled off for a couple weeks. I understand they're back today. And they have to get the paving done before Thanksgiving, more or less. So I don't see any reason they wouldn't hit the completion date.
Yeah, and then, so East Street will get paved, and then they still have Jackson and half a block of Independence to do yet, but the plan is to get East Street paved, so at least it's a,
Workable route?
yeah.
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 Park 100 probably appreciate that.
Yeah.
So,
Very good. Anything else from the board? Questions, concerns? Parker, Lori?
Nothing on my
All
end.
good, thank you.
Councilman Rippey?
I'm good to go.
Bob, we'll finish with the mayor. Anything?
No, I'm
What?
Very good.
good. You'll be back in 2 weeks.
Mr. Mayor?
I think you're doing a good thing.
There you go. Mr. Klein?
Thank you all for the recognition. I appreciate it.
Appreciate your service and everything.
Happy birthday again, and I'll move for a
Thank you.
adjournment.
I'll second that.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Pose same sign. We stand adjourned.
see you, Parker. Bye, Lori.
Bye, guys.
Safe travel.
See ya.
See you all.
Bye, Dick.
Dick, be careful.
Thank you, brother.
Who bought the
Appreciate
cookies
you.
and the bananas? The
I
man?
think Mr. Ankram's responsible for that.